Hi everyone, welcome to Data Diary. So if you recall, this month we are talking about data collection, and you may wonder, what if your data is on a website and you want to extract the data from the website like so? Well, we can use our favorite analytics tool, Excel, to extract this data if the data is in an HTML table format or in some sort of structured format. So in this video, I'll be showing you how I extracted this table from the CBN website. This table has to do with the crude oil, some crude oil metrics, and I'll also show you how I was able to extract the property prices from Property Pro websites. So let's go on. So if you go to Excel and you go to the data tab, you click on get data, and you over on from other sources, you see from web. So if you click on from web, you can import data from a web page. So first of all, let me get my URL. We are starting with the crude oil metrics data. So let me copy my URL, Ctrl C, then go on to get data from other sources, from web, and okay, and I paste my URL. Click on OK. So it's connecting to the website, trying to get all the HTML tables on that website, and it's going to show them here in the navigator pane. So in this pane, we'll be able to preview our tables to see how they look like. And looking at these two tables, I'll need both of them. So I can click on select multiple items and select table 1 and table 2. But I need to join them together. I need to append them together. So I go to transform data. And we have our Power Query editor. So with the Power Query editor, you can transform your data before loading. So first of all, I want to transpose this table so that I can append them. So I transpose both tables before appending them. So I go to Home and click on Append Queries. So I want to append two tables. I'm appending table 1 on table 2. And I click on OK. I want my date to be the columns, so I transpose this once more. Cool, we have that. And I want this to be the columns, so I use first row as headers. My data is looking good. Then I can rename it as crude oil metrics. Great. Since I'm okay with this, I go to close and load. No errors. This is my data, the crude oil metrics. Alright, and as you can see, you can always change the table format, change it to a format that you like, that is okay to look at. And the great thing about this is if you go to query and refresh, what that does is if the data has been updated on the website, it will also be updated automatically on your sheet. So you are connected to live data that you can always have access to just by clicking the refresh button. Now let's go on to the second example. So let's say I want to extract these properties, the prices of these properties in Lekki, Nigeria from the Property Pro website. So first of all, I copy my URL once again. Let me go to a new sheet, go to data, get data from other sources, and click on web. Ctrl V to paste my URL, and I click on OK. So to take some time, because there are several tables on that web page, and I need just table 1. Table 1 contains everything I need. So I go on to transform data because I don't need all the columns. I don't need all the columns in that data. So I select the columns that I need. I need this column. I need this. I need this, and lastly this. So I move on to remove columns, but this time I remove other columns. So I have just the columns I need. Now this column is the property ID, so I want it to be the first column. So I drag it, and now it is the first column. I do not want PID to keep repeating here, so I split this column by delimiter, and I want to use the column. There, I do not want to quote my characters. I click on OK. So I can delete or remove this column now, and I have my property IDs, PID. Great. Now this column will stand for each property, so I can just rename it property. This, then the next one is the location. The next is the price. However, I do not want this Naira symbol in my price, so I'm going to split these two by right clicking on the price column and go to split column by delimiter. And the cool thing is Excel was able to identify Naira as a symbol, and I can use that to split my column. I don't want quotes on my characters, and I go, and now you can see my prices are in numeric format as opposed to before. So I can remove this column, and I have my prices. Let me rename it to just price. Cool. And this column now is the column of realtors, and this is the number of beds in that property. Cool. So I think I'm satisfied with this. My data is looking cool, and I can rename it as property data, or you can use any name of your choice. And looking at this part of the Power Query Editor, you see the apply steps. So what this does is all the steps I took in transforming my data are documented here. So anytime I click on refresh, if there are new data that have been added to the web page, it will carry out all these transformation steps on that data, so that my data will remain in this format that I have right now. So I'm okay with this. I go to close and load. So let's give it a minute or two, and we're going to get our property data. Cool. We have our property data now. You can always put it in a format that you like. So don't forget, if you want to refresh, you go to query and click on refresh. So if you have a data online on a web page and it's in a format like in an HTML format, you can always use Excel to scrape this data from the web page, do some transformation, and you have your data for analysis. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope to see you in the next one.